everyone, John Joker 12 back here again with another video, and it's time for another John Joker 12's comic book reads. To make this even more organic, I just like to talk and just give you guys personal info and just personal thoughts on comic books. I don't know why I just completely started that way, but yeah, fuck it. Just got to keep things very, very organic and just to make things feel like it's just a party of just conversation. Just leave in the fuck ups of my terrible conversation skills. But essentially, for those of you who are coming in, this is episode, I guess I would call it 3 of my comic book reads. For those of you who don't know what my comic book reads are, I have a humongous collection of comic books ranging from Silver Age to the Modern Age, and I don't want to say weekly, because of course this whole segment of my channel is used as just when I have nothing to do, I'll just record a comic book read. So essentially, it's whenever I'm bored, I'm just gonna randomly pick out a comic book from my collection and just give you my personal thoughts, give you a good read of it, and hopefully encourage more and new comic book readers, and of course people to get more in touch with the source material. Today I'm going to be giving you my comic book read of Batman Arkham City issue 1. It is of course the comic book prequel to Arkham City. This came out obviously prior to the release of the most highly anticipated Batman game of the time. And for those of you who don't know, it's a prequel to Arkham City. It's not like a prequel to the franchise like Arkham Origins is. It's just a standalone storyline in between Arkham Asylum and City. And it's of course written by Paul Dini, the man himself, and of course illustrated by Carlos D'Anda. So of course it's really awesome, really epic. If you love Arkham, the Arkham video game franchise, and you like Paul Dini's work in Batman the universe, the animated universe, you gotta get this series and definitely check it out. I love the artwork. I think I like this version of Batman in the video games more than in the video games. I think I don't know. I think I like the ears more, because Batman's ears in the video games are so big, but in this comic book series it's so small. It's really short. It's kind of weird how they did that. How they made a different looking type of Batman, especially body wise. I mean, the outfit's definitely the same, but I don't know, there's just something about his look that just looks so much different. I guess it's just adapting from comic books. It's just weird. But anyways, I'm going to be giving you my personal thoughts on Batman Arkham City, issue number 1, Ruins. So let's get right down into this. Of course, it takes place right after Arkham Asylum. Batman's obviously beating the living shit out of Joker, who, of course, is just on a roid rage, of course, because of the Titan serum and stuff. So Batman defeats him. Of course, it was a humongous battle. Joker's, of course, incarcerated back into Arkham Asylum, beat the shit, and of course, basically paralyzed, and of course, dying to death. And we get some good panels of Joker returning back to Arkham Asylum, and then we get some, we go on from there to some good, more panels of Harley Quinn, of course, looking as slutty as possible, because you know how much we love those Arkham video game slutty versions of Harley Quinn. She gets sluttier. I like the thought that she gets sluttier looking with every new Arkham video game content. It's like whenever there's a new game or more pieces to the story of the Arkham games, she gets more sluttier. It's like, Jesus Christ, she's like a slut. She's a little freak. What can you do? She's in love with the Joker. Of course she's a freak. She's a savage. But anyways, we get some good shots of her, obviously, in a fetal position. She's, of course, very sad about the prior actions that took place in Arkham Asylum. She hears people talking shit about the Joker and, of course, curses them out, but is sad at the fact that the possibility that the Joker will die. And, of course, we move on from there. We get some good shots. We get in some more info into the Mayor Quincy Jones. Of course, if you haven't played Arkham City, this is a spoiler to you, but to get more info on Mayor Quincy's story and, of course, how he plays in Arkham City, just go out and buy the Arkham City games. It's definitely cheaper now, so, of course, you can buy it, play the game, then you understand what his role is, and, of course, why there's a tease to the main villain, or one of the main villains in Arkham City, which is, of course, Hugo Strange, who's talking to him. Because Quincy is, of course, in charge of Arkham City, and puts our Hugo Strange in charge of the whole situation. And there's a whole debate about this we're getting into this whole situation. We move on from there with Gordon and Batman, some good old Gordon and Batman action. They have like the best conversations, and I think in comic book history, like they have the best dynamic, even more than Batman and his sidekicks. Like Gordon always loves thanking Batman for his actions, and Batman's really good at just like whatever them, because there's a good panel where Gordon thanks Batman for what took place in the prior game, and of course Batman is just I like his line where he says Joker was stopped, that's all that matters, because Gordon calls him a real hero at because of what took place in Arkham Asylum, but he just doesn't care. Like as long as the Joker stopped, him being a hero is like whatever to him, and I really like that. But of course we're dealing with a new case. We have these thugs that are trying to make a mess. They're of course jacked to shit because of the Titan serum and stuff. So of course Batman has to go and stop him, do some good old classic detective work. He comes across Two-Face, who looks boss in this fucking issue. He's beat to shit, of course, because of what happened, but he just looks awesome. He's just in his penthouse looking like a fucking pimp. Two-Face is a pimp in this book. I mean, like, I'm just saying, when you are just prior Harvey Dent district attorney, and you're just sitting in a kind of busted up, but definitely a penthouse in this fucking goons with guns, and you have a gimp in the corner and this sexy fucking chick, possibly slut hooker, in a fucking maid outfit. Oh, there's a lot of things to be said about that, and I really enjoyed it. It's just visually fucking pleasing. Of course, Batman threatens Two-Face, tries to get information on these twins that are just jacked to shit with the Titan serum. Two-Face obviously tells them shit, and of course, we go from there to some kind of debate or press conference that's happening with the mayor. The Titans come in, of course, taking place, destroy shit, try to attack Quincy Jones. Quincy, is of course basically going to get killed, but then the Dark Knight comes in, swings in, starts beating the shit out of the Titans. Titans are kicking his ass, explosions happen, Batman saves the day, and of course we're back in the Batcave where Alfred is talking to Bruce Wayne, and of course is discussing what's going to happen and what's the whole deal with Quincy and the reason as to why there was a reason to create Arkham City. So of course that's practically the entire issue. It continues on from there. There's of course a 5-page issue to the entire series of Batman Arkham City, the prequel. Personally, I really enjoy it. I personally like this version of Batman than the Arkham City version of Batman. I don't know. As much as people love the look of it, I don't know. The ears, man. It's something about those ears. A lot of people bitch about ears. I'm probably one of them, but obviously I'm a huge supporter of Batman. Not every Batman book is a classic, but hey, it's Paul Dini, and it's of course a part of the Batman Arkham franchise. So, personally, I'd say pick it up. It's definitely a must-read. I personally enjoy it. The artwork is great. It's definitely reminiscent of the video games. Harley Quinn, slutty as ever. Personally, if I had to pick some of the best parts in this book, my favorite parts is of course Batman versus Joker in the beginning. We get some nice shots of Harley Quinn looking slutty, which is always nice and enjoyable. We get some nice shots of Two-Face looking boss. I love that. I also love the shot of Gordon and Batman's discussion, and of course Gordon calling him the hero, and Batman just encouraged and just not even associating himself as the real hero. But it's really nice. Of course, Two-Face in his penthouse looking boss. I love that shot. There's just a lot of really cool shots. This series is pretty awesome. Definitely a must-read. I definitely encourage everyone and anybody, if you're a Batman fan or a Batman Arkham video game fan, definitely check out the book series. It's definitely awesome. Of course, there's 5 more issues, but this is the first issue, and it's definitely a great issue. And if you love Paul Dini, Batman Arkham City, Two-Face, Harley Quinn, Joker, definitely check it out. It's a must-read, and I hope everyone is encouraged to support your comic book industry, because everyone needs more comic books in their life, because they are definitely great pieces of literature, artwork, and just all-around fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of John Tricker 12's Comic Book Reads. Today was Batman Day. Again, I don't know why, but hey, what can I say? I'm a Batman fan. I have a lot of Batman stuff, but I'll definitely get more into some more Marvel stuff and maybe more different DC characters that's not Batman. But overall, what are your thoughts? What did you think about Batman Arkham City, the prequel? Are you going to pick it up? Are you encouraged to pick it up? And of course, what are your overall thoughts on the book series issues if you already own and have read them? And that's personally it. And I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been John Square 12's Comic Book Reads. Thanks for watching.